So the first rule was we need to find the longest chain. Then the numbering is done from that side where the branch is nearest. If two branches are from the same side at the same place, then we see the next branch. Okay. Whether it is nearest to left side or right side in that case. Okay. And so on. So a good way is that suppose you have, I'm talking about second point. Suppose you have CH3, CH3, then CH2, 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 CH3, CH3. Suppose the branch is, another branch is here. So if we see from both sides, we have on second carbon from left or right a branch. It means we have to go further. Then we will move further. Yes, this is the branch nearer, but from here it is on 1, 2, 3, 4th carbon. If we start from left hand side. So because second are common, if I start from left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I start from right side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm numbering the carbons. Okay. So from left side on second, I have a branch, and from right side also on second, I have a branch. Okay. These two branches are there. So it means these cannot give me any information. So I will not use it. I will move further. Then from right hand side on third carbon, I have a branch, and from left side 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. On fifth, I have this branch. Obviously 3 is less than 5, so I will use numbering from the right hand side, not from left hand side. Right hand side, because branching is nearer to right hand side. Another way, easy way to find it is that just have the number, form a number having the branches, and this is what you will do in exam also. Okay, this is very handy method. So you will calculate the number, find the number having the branches. So it will be 256 if you start from left. If you start from right, it will be 236. Which one is a smaller number, that will you will choose. Okay, 236 is less than 256. It means you will use from right side. Rule is very simple. It is not written there. You will use this. You will form a number with the carbons having branches. 2, 5, and 6, 2, 3, and 6. This is from left side, and this is from right side. The right side number is smaller. You will choose that path. Next is prefix alkyl groups. So whatever alkyl groups you have here, you have methyl, methyl, methyl with their positions. So here 2, 3, 6, and then you will say trimethyl. This is the suffix trimethyl. 3 methyls are there with their positions. Okay. Fourth already done. Yeah, I have mentioned tri because there are 3 methyl groups. Now, following those rules, 4 rules, obviously there are 6, 7 rules, and there are more rules when we talk about functional groups, for example, alcoholic functional group, aldehydic, etc. These are for the branches which are alkyl groups. So we don't have any functional group here. So if we apply that rule, in this case, we will first find the longest chain, the first point. It is of 5 carbons. So I will write the root first. Okay. Root is pentane, 5 carbons. Then either side, whether I move from left side or right side, the branching from here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is similar from both sides. 2, 4, 2, 4. So I can start from anywhere, whether left or right. It is symmetrical from both sides. So on 2 and 4, I have methyl group. So I will write the substituents will be 2, 4 dimethyl. Then I will place them in one line. Okay. So pentane is the root chain and 2,4-dimethyl is prefixed. That is the name. Next one. The branched alkyl groups can be named by following the above mentioned procedure. However, now what we are talking about, suppose here you have very simple branch methyl. We have suppose very long root chain. Before I move forward, just switch on, everyone switch on your video. Keep your videos on. Keep your videos on. I have received quite a few complaints from parents that their kids are just sleeping during the class. Switch on your video, everyone. Okay. I will ask you to switch off video, but whenever I ask you to switch on, you need to switch on. I need to confirm that you are listening to me and you are active. Still Devyansh, Yash, Tanu.
Yes, sir. Just a second. I'm switching it on.
Subway. Your video is not on Subway.
Yes, I'm traveling now.
Yash Bedi. Yash Bedi.
Yes, sir.
Your video is not on. I asked you to switch on video.
Please check personal message, sir.
And moreover, in the tests, if you don't get the required passing marks, you will have to reappear. So make sure that you have good preparation. You don't need to appear again.
Sir, what will be the passing mark for this test?
8. Grade 8 out of 10. Okay, fine. Now you can switch off videos. So the next point, what we are talking about, suppose you have a long chain. The chain here is, say, like CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH2. Like this. Okay. And here you have something like this. Then this particular substitute groups means this is in the branch. This is in the branch. You can name this one also as per IUPAC naming. Obviously, you are going to have the root chain, the longest one. Then these two will be the branches. This is branch, and this is root. Root means parent, main chain. So the next rule says that you can name the branch also as per the IUPAC naming. For that, the rules are that the carbon which is attached to main chain, the carbon which is attached to main chain root, this carbon which is attached to root will always be numbered as 1. So numbering will start from here. Numbering will start from here. Now from here, if you say this is 1, any other one can be 2, because this is 2 just 1 away, this is 2, this is 2 just 1 away. So the main chain, you can say within the branch, you will consider this as main chain. Whatever you consider, there will be, in this case, there will be only 2 carbons, whether you consider this one or whether you consider this one. These are all symmetrical, CCH3 with 2 carbons, or you consider this one. In this case, all are symmetrical. So you can consider any of these as main chain for the substituent groups. Okay, because now you are naming this branch as per IUPAC name. So within the branch, you need to find the longest chain. So longest chain of 2 carbons. After that, so first and second, after that, you will see on which carbon you have branches. On first carbon, you have branch, and on first carbon, you have another branch. So 2 branches, 2 methyl groups attached to first carbon, and the root is of 2 carbons. So for this branch, I am just naming this branch. The root is of 2 carbon. So what will be the root here? It will not be ethane. It is alkyl group. It is not ethane. So it will be ethyl. The root will be ethyl, not ethane. Try to remember why I am saying so. Because it has one open bond other here. So what I am naming actually, it is CH3, CH3, CH3. I am naming this one. This is attached as branch. So because this is open bond, this cannot be alkane. This is alkyl group. So I will not write ethane as root chain. I will write ethyl, and then I will write the 2 substituent groups, branches on first carbon, which will be 1,1-dimethyl. So I have 2 methyl groups. So I will write 1,1 dimethyl. If anything is not clear, ask, and I will write it just before it. So 1,1-dimethyl, ethyl is name of what? Name of this substituent group which is attached to root. I have named the side chain also as IUPAC name. Okay. Yes, Arjun, correct. So on which carbon I have now? This one. So I will see from where I should start the numbering. I can see if I start from the right side, first, second, third. First, second, third carbon, I have methyl group. But if I start from left side, first, second, third, fourth. Fourth is not nearer. 3 is nearer to the right hand. So it means I will start numbering from the right side, because from right side, the branching is nearer to the side. So root main chain is of 10. So I will write first the root. Root is decane. Here I will write decane full because it is complete root chain. Okay. After that, I will see that on third I have methyl. On third I have methyl 3. Okay. And on 7 I have this. So when I write this one at 7, I will keep this in parentheses, brackets. So this whole is attached to root chain at which carbon? 7th carbon. So I will write 7 hyphen and then in brackets 1,1-dimethyl ethyl. So root is decane One branch is 3-methyl. Another branch is 7 1,1 dimethyl ethyl. These two are branches. So I need to write in such a way that root will be in the right side and we will prefix it with 3-methyl and 7,1,1 dimethyl ethyl. Now, when we place the branches, we will place the branches in alphabetical order. Okay, so this does not matter. This number will not be used in placement. In placement, I will use the alphabetical order. Everyone should be very clear about it. You should be attentive. Otherwise, you are going to face problem. I am telling you. So for that, I will choose dictionary wise M, and in dimethyl ether, I will not consider di. Di is just telling me that there are 2 methyl groups. Alphabet of alkyl group will be used. Alphabet of di, tri, etc. will not be used. Here also I have M, but alphabetically, if you see, methyl and methyl ethyl, methyl will come first in dictionary and then methyl ethyl will be there placed in dictionary. That's how you will place here also. So you will write the name of this compound as 3-methyl. Only M of this methyl will be capital. Then at 7 1,1 dimethyl ethyl decane.
So could you please repeat how you got 1,1 dimethyl ethyl?
Yes. I'm just redrawing the attached part, this part, okay? This is like this. And I said the rule is that if I am naming the branch as per IUPAC naming, the carbon which is attached to the main chain will always be 1. So this carbon will be 1. After that, I will find the longest chain from here. In any case, whether you move upward, left or right, you have just CH3. So you can consider this one as second carbon. Is that clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it means this is the root. On this root, so root is of 2 carbons. So if it would have been main root, I would have written ethane. But here, because it is branch, I will write root as ethyl. And then you need to prefix the branches. What are the branches? This methyl group, this methyl group. These two are attached at which carbon? First carbon. How many? 2 methyl groups. So I will write at first position, then again at first position. I have how many methyl? 2. So dimethyl ethyl. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Why I have written 1 1? Because I have at first position, I have 2 methyl groups. But this whole was connected to main chain at 7th carbon. So that's why I will write its position, that this whole is connected at 7th carbon of the main chain. Is that
Okay, sir.
clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. We can also take the number 2, which you took as CH3. We can also take it as the left hand one or the right hand one, right? Any one of them.
Yes, anyone, the name will be same anyway.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay, so whether you consider this one as 2, this is ethyl, and now again on first carbon, you have 2 methyl groups attached. So name will be same. So suppose you have been given this as a branch. This is not root main chain. This is whole attached to main branch. So if it is attached to main branch, you will number that carbon which is attached to the main chain. So this is the open bond. it means this is attached to main chain from this bond. That's why this carbon has been numbered as 1. So from here, I will find the longest chain. So from here, the longest chain is this one. On the longest chain, on first carbon and on third carbon, I have methyl groups attached. Root is of 4 carbons, so I will write butyl. This root is now of 4 carbons, butyl. On first and third carbon, I have methyl, so I will write 1, 3 dimethyl. That's the name. Now suppose this is attached to the main chain at say 5th carbon or say 6th carbon, so whatever. If it is attached to 6th carbon, I will write 6 hyphen hole in bracket when I will name the main branch then. Any confusion here? Okay. Now another point, suppose you have the branch at the same place from both sides, okay, or maybe you need to consider the longest chain, and there are 2 longest chains of same number of carbons, say both have 9 carbons, then you will select that one which has greater branching, which has more branches attached to it. That one will be considered. Okay. So just an example, suppose you have CH3, CH2, 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 CH, CH2. Okay, now if you are asked about that, which one will be the longest chain? So if you think that this is the longest chain, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 carbons, okay, then it is wrong, because we have another chain of 9 carbons in sequence attached to one another. This is one chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We will select this one because it has this as branch, this as branch. Try to visualize it, what I am saying. If I consider this one of 9 carbons as main chain, then it has 2 substituent groups attached to it, methyl and 3 carbons propyl. These 2 branches are 2. But suppose I had considered this one as main chain, then there would have been only one branch. This is the only branch attached to main chain. So one branch versus 2 branches will win in that case. So the main chain will be this one, 9 carbons attached to one another in sequence, and 2 branches you will number, and obviously the numbering from the right side, because from there the branching is close. So this carbon will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 carbons, you will say no name. And then on third carbon you have methyl, on fourth carbon you have propyl. Okay, so sorry, methyl. So here you have methyl and here you have propyl attached to it. So the branches are 4 propyl and 3 methyl. Alphabetically, M comes before P in dictionary. So it means 3-methyl will be written first, and that M will be capital, the first one. And after that hyphen, 4 hyphen propyl nonene. This will be the correct answer, not the one if you choose the horizontal one as main chain. Any confusion here? Don't hesitate if there is any confusion.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you please tell this one again?
Okay. Just if you can let me know which part is not clear, whether finding the main chain, longest chain, or whether the finding branches, or whether naming it. Which one is not clear?
Sir,
Which-
sir, naming.
Naming, right. When we name, first we find the name of the alkane of the root chain. So root chain is of 9 carbons. The root chain is of 9 carbons. This root chain. Okay. So if I write it again, I will start from the right side, whether it is clear or not. Why I will start from right side? Because from right side, 1, 2, 3, on third carbon, I have the branch. If I start from left side, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On sixth carbon, there will be branch. So because branching is nearer from right side, I will start from right side, not from left side. Is this clear?
Yes.
Up to here, is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. So I will start from right side, 1, 2, 3, then this carbon 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because the root main chain is of 9 carbon, it is nonene. So I will write it nonene. Then the branches will be prefixed with their position. Next step is branches. So I have one branch, which is on third carbon, methyl group, so 3-methyl. Another branch is this whole is attached at fourth carbon. So that's why 4-propyl. These are the branches which I need to write before the root. This is root before the root. But when I write, I need to follow the alphabetical order. Alphabetical order means M will be written first and then P. So I will write 3-methyl first. And then I will write 4-propyl. After that, the root, that will be the complete name. Is that clear now? Or if there is any point you are not able to understand, let me know.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Sir, it's clear.
Good. So this is something I have explained. Okay. Now you will tell me the numbering, I have already done. Numbering I have already done. What will be the IUPAC name of the branch which is in the rectangle? One very important point, when these type of questions appear in your exam, okay, this rectangle might not be given there. In that case, to show that this part you are considering as branch and you are naming it as per IUPAC name, then you need to keep it in rectangle. So if you are naming the branch, so this is branch, okay, this whole part is branch, main chain, okay, not main chain. And you are naming it as IUPAC naming convention, so you will keep it in a rectangle. So tell me, what is the IUPAC name of the branch? Good answers I am getting from Kartike and Ariman. Yash, it is branch, so it cannot be butane, it will be butyl. Ariman, your answer is correct, but don't keep 2-ethyl in brackets. No. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is just 2-ethyl butyl. Shashwat, yes, correct. Pratham, yes. Okay. So it is 2-ethyl butyl. The reason is very simple. The carbon which is attached to the main chain will be written as, will be given the number 1. After that, I will find the longest chain. So this is the longest chain, butyl, because it is branch butyl, not butane. On second carbon, I have ethyl. So I will write 2-ethyl butyl. On which carbon it is there? it is on fifth carbon, so it will be 5. Then in parenthesis 2 ethyl butyl. Then I have some other branches also. On third carbon, I have 2 methyl groups also. Means 3,3 dimethyl. So I have 3,3 dimethyl also.
Hi.
Keep your mics mute. Keep your mics on mute.
Hi.
Tanu, keep your mic on mute. Okay. So because the longest chain is of 10 carbon and this is main root chain, I will call it decane. Longest chain. And then I will write prefixes, the branches as prefixes. And I will see whether E comes first of ethyl or M comes first. I have already told you di, tri, etc. will not be used in alphabetical order. So E comes first. Okay. Otherwise, you can make a mistake. You can consider D. D will not be considered, di, tri, etc. Only the names, actual names. So M comes first. So you will write 3, 3 dimethyl. Then on fifth carbon, you have 2 ethyl butyl decane.
Sir, could you please repeat the naming of the branch alone?
I will just, I'm waiting for others. Just let me know if there is any specific point you are not able to understand. I will.
So if at one particular carbon, there are two branches of the same hydrocarbon, like on the third one there is. So we'll have to write the number twice and then also write di.
Yes, that is the convention. However,
Okay.
that might not be necessary, but that is the convention being followed for years. So we have to do that.
Sir, could you please explain the part where you wrote 1-5? So in that I'm not able to understand this
It
one.
is not 1-5, that is dimethyl L.
Oh, okay, sorry, sir.
So this is dimethyl L. So 3,3 dimethyl is one substituent, means on third carbon I have 2 methyl groups. Then on fifth carbon I have 2 ethyl butyl connected. Whole is decane. No, E comes first, right? I don't know why I have written it. E comes first, not M. So this will be first written. Mistake of kindergarten kids. Okay. E comes first, so I will write 5,2 ethyl butyl first because E comes first, and then I will write 3,3 dimethyl. After that, M comes. Yes, you were talking about Ishwar, the branching. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Kartike, 3,3 dimethyl, because on third carbon we have 2 methyl groups. On third carbon, first, second, third carbon, I have 1, 2. That's why 3 on 3 I have 1 methyl group. Then again on 3 I have another. So that's why 3, 3. How many? 2 methyl decane. Is that clear, Kartike?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the branching here, Ishwar. When we name the branch, the rule is the carbon which is attached to the root chain will be numbered as 1. So this carbon has been numbered as 1 because it is attached to main chain. After that, I will find the longest chain here already written. This is the longest chain. of 4 carbons, I cannot consider this as longest chain. Sorry, I can consider, but it is same thing. It is same thing, whether I consider this one or that one. So I will consider this one, 4 carbons. Okay. And branching is on second carbon. On second carbon, what I have? Ethyl. So this is 2 ethyl. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And because the root is of 4 carbons, if it were the main root, we would have called it butane. But because it is branch, I will call it butyl. It means the name of this whole will be butyl is the main chain, and then prefix the branch. Branch is 2-ethyl. This is the name of the branch. Now this whole branch is attached on which carbon of the main chain? 5. So I will mention this is whole at 5th carbon of the main chain. Is that clear now?
Yes, I got it.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the name of this one. You have to tell me the name. You can expand this as CH, CH3, CH3. CH3 whole twice means, this means 2 CH3 are connected to same carbon. To this carbon, 2 CH3 are attached. This one and this one. So that is actually like this. This part is like this. Try it yourself. Longest chain is already given of 10 carbon. On 4th carbon, you have one substituent group. On 5th carbon, you have another substituent group. You have to just prefix these as per alphabetical order with the main chain. Somewhere, no, it is not attached to the terminal carbon. Shashwat, first part is not correct. After that, second branch and root correct. Pritham, no. It is not propyl. If it would have been propyl if it were like this, CH2, CH2, CH3. This is propyl. Okay. Or if you write, this is propane, and if you remove one carbon, this is propyl. This is different. This is attached to from second carbon, not from the first carbon. It's not propyl. Yash, yes, it is not connected on third carbon. Okay, so first part is not correct, means first branch you have mentioned, that is not correct. Second branch is correct and root is correct. First branch not correct. And this is very, very good example. Why I am saying this is very good example, because there are two names you can write. Okay, different names you can give here. Okay. Uh, Arjun, the second branch is correct, root is correct, first branch is not correct. Pratham, no. First branch not correct. Okay. You can't write it butyl. Okay, understand it. Propyl or butyl. Butyl, what is butane? Just try to understand, write butane. If you want to understand butyl, write butane. This is butane. From the terminal carbon, if you remove one, then you can call it butyl. And this is something we talked about yesterday, that what you can call this structure. So there are two ways. I am explaining, and now pay attention, everyone. First, on fourth carbon, you have this attached. And if you expand this, it is like CH. On this CH carbon, you have two methyl groups attached. The carbon which is attached to main chain, that is this one, will always be numbered as 1. After that, you can number it as this one as 2, or you can number this one as 2. It is symmetrical. You will choose any one. So 2 carbons means this is a root, which is ethyl. It is in branch. I can't call it ethane, ethyl. Then on first carbon, I have this methyl group. So 1 methyl. So what is the name of this whole branch? It will be 1 methyl ethyl. On which carbon it is attached? On fourth carbon. So I will write 4 in parentheses 1 methyl ethyl. So this is one branch I got. Then I need to understand on fifth carbon what I have. Then on fifth carbon I have something, and what it is. To understand this one, I will number this carbon which is attached to main chain as 1, and then I will find the longest chain, which will be this one. I can't move in both the directions. Remember, I can move in only one direction. So I'm moving towards right. I cannot move towards left. Okay. It means the root here of the branch is of 3 carbons. I will call it propyl, not propane. In main chain, it would have been propane. Here, I will call it propyl. Then on first carbon, I have 1 methyl group attached. 1 methyl. It means the name of this one will be 1 methyl propyl.
So can you just check my second answer? I did forget to write
same.
5 at the start, but
Sir, I have also sent you my final answer.
Pratham, yes. Shashwat.
sir, I forgot to write 5 at the start.
Pratham, your answer is correct. Shashwat, not in alphabetical order. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Arjun. Not in alphabetical order. Okay. So I got all the branches. On fourth, I have a branch. On fifth carbon, I have a branch. And then total number of carbons in main chain, 10 carbons. So it means decane. Now I will arrange the branches in alphabetical order. Methyl ethyl will come first. Methyl propyl will come afterwards. Methyl ethyl. After methyl, I have E here. This will come first. As compared to after methyl, I have P. Okay. So I will write 4, 1 methyl ethyl. Then at 5, 1-methyl propyl decane. There will be hyphens between any alphabet or letters, digits or alphabets. There will be hyphen. So 1-methyl ethyl, 1-methyl propyl. This is one answer, and this is a pure IUPAC name. Okay, so I call it, this is IUPAC name, but because there is another IUPAC name possible, that's why I say this one is pure IUPAC name. Because here I have used numbering, alphabetical order everywhere, whether it is branch, whether it is root, everywhere numbers and alphabetical order used. But the same compound can be named in a different way also, because yesterday I told you, if you have this structure, okay, just can I erase, accept the name, can I erase everything else? I think it is clear. If anything is not clear, let me know before I move to the other way to name it. I hope everyone is clear. Okay, so I'm just erasing this part. How I got it. Now the other way. The other way is this structure which is on 4th carbon. On 4th carbon you have a structure CH3, and it is exactly the same structure which I told you yesterday, CH3. On CH you have 2 methyl groups, and I told you that whenever you see this structure, you can write it as isopropyl. Do you recall that or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it means on 4th carbon you have isopropyl attached. So write it. On 4th carbon you have isopropyl. Then the 5th carbon, what you have on the 5th carbon, and this is again we talked about yesterday, that if it is CH3, CH2, CH3. Do you remember what was the name given to this one? Who will tell me?
Sir, isobutyl.
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 No, iso means this group must be there. Iso is this group must be there. We don't have this group.
So sec-butyl.
Sec-butyl.
Good. That is sec-butyl. It is butyl, but not from, if it would have been like this, suppose CH3, CH2, 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 this one, it would have been butyl. But in this case, it is like this. From here it is, this carbon is making it alkyl group, and it is 2-degree carbon. Do you recall that? 2-degree carbon making
Yes,
it
sir.
alkyl group. The open bond is
Secondary
at
carbon.
2 degree. So it will be sec-butyl, secondary carbon making it. So this is actually, when I write it like this group is like this. So it is sec-butyl. It is butyl, but because 2-degree carbon is making it the alkyl group, sec-butyl. It means on 5th carbon I have sec-butyl. So write it. On 5th carbon I have sec-butyl. After sec I can have ion hyphen also. Okay, sec-butyl. Similarly after iso also. Okay? And then the main chain decane. And if I write it now in alphabetical order, then there is something that iso and sec, these are actually the names. Okay, so yes, so iso, 4 isopropyl and 5 sec butyl. So do you think we will consider iso and sec as alphabetical order or not? Will we consider iso and sec in alphabetical order or not? Anyone? Okay. When we consider sec, this is, understand, listen everyone very carefully. When we consider sec, this just tells us that it is 2-degree carbon. Sec means 2-degree carbon. Iso is name given to the structure. Why we are calling this as sec butyl? Because the carbon which is making it alkyl group is a 2-degree carbon. So 2-degree carbon means sec. This is not the name, secondary carbon. But iso is the name given to this structure, CH3, CH, CH3. So sec tert will not be considered in alphabetical order. Sec tert not considered in alphabetical order. Because they just tell that secondary carbon, tertiary carbon is the open carbon, okay, making it the alkyl group. But iso, neo, etc. are considered. In alphabetical order. These are the name given to the structures. So that's why if I now combine all these three, decane obviously will be in the last, but sec will not be considered in alphabetical order. So B will be considered and iso I will be considered. B comes first. So I will write 5 here first. Remember the difference. In this case, in pure IUPAC naming, 5 was after 4 because the alphabetical order was like that. Here I will write 5 first. So I will write 5 sec butyl. I will keep B capital, first letter. And then I have 4 isopropyl decane. Is everyone clear about it or not? Sub, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now one, Ayan, just mark your presence in the chat box. Gyanendra, mark your presence in chat box. Lakshya, mark your presence. Vedant, Yash Sharma. Vedant, Yash Sharma, mark your presence. Okay, fine. Now you have to name this one. Tell me the name of this one very quickly. Numbering has been done for you. I will ask you how you got the answer. Okay. But I need to understand whether you have got the idea or not. If you have got the idea with the knowledge you have, you can answer this one very quickly. Good, Pratham. That is, one possibility, because again, 2 names are possible here. Okay. Yash Bedi, good. Arjun, good. Kartikeya, good. So try to avoid having spaces in IUPAC naming. In IUPAC naming, except few exceptions, which I will be talking about later. Okay, one I have already told you, carboxylic acid. You will not have spaces in between. Lakshya, yes, that is the branch. You need to write the full name, complete name. No RMN. We won't call it sec dimethyl. We will write sec only if the carbon which is making it alkyl group, which is the open, is a secondary carbon. Here this carbon is not secondary carbon. So try to understand, this carbon which is attached to main chain is not secondary carbon. It is actually primary carbon, because this is attached to only one other carbon. So this is 1 degree carbon, not 2 degrees. So sec won't be written. Waiting for your answers, everyone. Yes, Kartikeya, we can. Okay, so that is another name possible. Right, good. Exactly, Yash Bedi, correct. Okay. So that's what Pratham responded, and I said, okay, that's another possible way. Kartikeya and Yash, yes. So you have given both the names, good. Shashwat, yes, good, very good. So first I am talking about the pure IUPAC naming. In pure IUPAC naming, I will number, okay, and then I will arrange them in alphabetical order. Pratham, correct, but if you name it like this, you need to keep the branch in parenthesis. Okay, in pure IUPAC naming, you need to keep the branch in parenthesis, and in the diagram, you will show the branch in the rectangle. So remember, you have to write, draw this rectangle. If this question appears in your exam, numbering will not be there, rectangle will not be there, nothing will be there. Only the structure will be written. You will do the numbering as written here, and you will draw the rectangle as well to just indicate that you are writing this as per IUPAC name. So this is the way to indicate that this has been written as per IUPAC naming convention. So first I am naming the branch as per IUPAC naming. So first carbon will be this one because it is attached to main group. Then longest chain 2, 3. This is the longest chain. Longest chain could have been this one also, same thing, 3 carbons. Longest chain could have been this one also, same thing, 3 carbons. Okay. So just for simplicity, I am taking this one as main chain. So on second here, how many carbons total? 3. So the branch is propyl. Main root of the branch is propyl, 3 carbons. But on second carbon, I have 2 methyl groups attached. So branching is 2, 2 dimethyl. If I arrange all these, so it will be 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. This whole is attached on which carbon? 5th carbon. So it means it will be 5, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. So this is the branch, whole branch I have named. It is at 5th carbon, and then the root of the main chain, no name, 9. So the answer will be 5. On 5th, I have 2, 2 dimethyl propyl, then no name, 9 carbon root chain. 5th carbon, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. But there is another way. On 5th carbon, this whole branch is known as neopentyl also. So if you remember when we talked about this structure, this is neopentyl. Neopentyl. Yesterday we talked about it, and it is attached at 5th. This whole is attached at 5th carbon. Okay. Just if you rotate it by 90 degree, you will get this one. If you rotate it by 90 degree, you will get this one clockwise. So it means on 5th carbon, you have neopentyl. and then main chain. So this is another name for the same thing. The first one is pure IUPAC name. I call it pure IUPAC. The second one is acceptable IUPAC name. Devanshi, correct, but because you have two methyl groups, you will write 2, 2 dimethyl. Ishwar, yes.
Okay, sir.
Any confusion, anyone, before I move forward?
No, sir.
Could you just explain it again?
Okay, which part not clear? First, pure IUPAC name,
Yes, sir.
table IUPAC name. Within that, which part is not clear?
So the first one, like
Okay.
the
Which one? Which part not clear? Within that, what is not clear? Whether the
so
root
like
chain.
how did you get the yes, sir, the root chain part?
Okay. Then,
No, so like how did you get the dimethyl propylacetylene and get
Okay.
it properly?
so just try to understand. This is attached to the main chain from this carbon. Okay, this has open bond. If you just break this, this is like this. And where is open bond? This is open bond. This is attached to main chain. So that's why this carbon has been numbered as 1. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now understand it in this fashion. This carbon is 1 because this is attached to main chain. After here, I will move to form the longest chain. So 2, 3. This is the longest chain possible, whether you keep 3 this one, or you take 3 this one, or you take 3 this one. In each case, it is just CH3 symmetrical. So I'm keeping this one. So this is the root of the branch of 3 carbons. If this would have been the main chain, not the branch, then 3 carbons would have been named as propane. But because it is in the branch, I will call this root as propyl. Is this clear? Up to here, Hariman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is not clear, let me know which part is not clear. Okay, don't hesitate.
No, sir, I got it.
Okay, then on second carbon, you have 2 methyl groups attached here. Both the methyl groups are attached to which carbon? Second carbon. So I will write 2, 2 dimethyl. Is this clear? Why I have written 2, 2 dimethyl? Because on second carbon, I have 2 methyl groups, and the convention is I will mention the position as well as how many are there. So 2, 2 are the positions. How many are there? 2. So di. Which groups? Methyl. And I have prefixed it with the root. This whole is attached to which carbon of the root? This whole is attached to the 5th carbon of the root. So that's why I have written 5 before it. So it is 5, 2, 2 dimethyl propyl. After that, I have written just the root chain. What is remaining? The root chain of 9. So that's why no name. Is there any confusion? Any point not clear? Let me know.
So we put propyl because of 3 carbons, right?
Yes, yes. Because in the
Okay.
root of the branch, there are 3 carbons. That's why.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, 2, 2 determines the position of methyl and the so that how many are there, right?
Yes. Yes. 2, 2 decide that there are 2 on second position, there are 2 methyl groups. So 2 methyl, 2 methyl. So basically, why I am writing 2, 2? Because I am considering this is 2 methyl and this is 2 methyl. Both are on second carbon. So that's why I have written 2, 2 dimethyl. 2 methyls are attached. Now bond line formula. Bond line formula is a way that we don't need to write all the hydrogens because that is evident. If I write it something like say CH3 CH2, CH double bond CH, CH3. Okay. Even if I don't write the hydrogens, it will be clear for me that carbon has a valency of 4. There will be total 4 bonds. If I don't write the hydrogen, then I can imagine that yes, if it is single bond here, so suppose I write it like just C. It means one bond is shown, rest will be hydrogen. If I remove hydrogens from here, just I write C. It means 2 bonds, it is connected with 2 bonds. Remaining 2 will be hydrogens. I don't write hydrogen here also. I just write C. Then again, it will be clear this carbon has 3 bonds. It means the remaining one was hydrogen. This carbon has how many bonds? 3. Total should be 4. It means fourth one is hydrogen. If I don't write hydrogen here, I just write C. How many bonds it has? 1. It means remaining were 3 hydrogens. So if I don't write hydrogens, then it is bond line, and even I don't write the carbons because there are only carbons written here. How to represent it? So what I will do, I will write it as just 1 point and I will move to this carbon. Now I'm not moving in just one straight line because if I just move in a straight line, I don't know that where carbons are, whether here, here or here. To indicate where the carbons are, I will make either the ends or the bends. So this is bent. So from this carbon, when I move to next carbon, this one. Now from this carbon to this carbon, there is a double bond. So I will make the double bond. Then to this carbon, to last carbon, single bond, I will draw the single bond. This is called bond line formula. Because there are only bond lines. However, there are few exceptions. If it is not carbon or hydrogen, we will show it. First exception is if it is not carbon or hydrogen, then we will show it. Otherwise, how will we know that what is attached here? Only carbon and hydrogens are not shown. Moreover, if carbon is there in a functional group, then it will be shown. So I'm writing all the points here. 4 points just you need to remember. The first one is in bond line formula. Hydrogens are not written. There are exceptions, okay? We'll talk about that. Second, or you can say carbons and hydrogens are not written. C and H are not written. Second is elements other than carbon and hydrogen are written clearly. Third is if carbon and hydrogen are part of functional groups. Functional groups means CHO, aldehyde, COOH, carboxylic acid. Okay, of functional group. Then these are written. All functional groups will be written, whether they have carbon or hydrogen or not. So if it is NH2, it will be written NH2. If it is CHO, it will be written CHO. Like that. Then the bond line formula has bends or ends to indicate a carbon. The bond line formula has bends or ends. So either there will be bends, so this is a carbon, or ends, this is a carbon. In book, it is not written like this. I have simplified so that you can understand. If you can understand these 4 points, everything should be clear about bond line formula. So very quickly, if I try to understand what is this bond line formula, this bond line formula is actually here, it will be CH2. Bend carbon will be there. 2 bonds are already there. This bond and this bond connected to same carbon means rest will be hydrogen. So it would have been CH2. Similarly, this one CH2, CH2, CH2. This one is again band or junction, you can say. So it is a carbon. 3 bonds are there on this carbon. 1, 2, 3. It means rest was hydrogen. 1 was hydrogen. So it is CH. 2 bonds, rest hydrogen 2. On this carbon, only 1 bond means rest 3 were hydrogen. That's how you will write it. On second one, this will be CH3 because there is only 1 bond attached to this carbon. Carbon, 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 carbon. 2 bonds here, rest 2 hydrogen. 2 bonds, 2 hydrogen. 2 bonds, 2 hydrogen. CH2, CH2. 1 bond, 3 hydrogens. Similarly here, carbon, 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 carbon. Bends or ends. 1 bond, 3 hydrogen. 2 bonds, 2 hydrogen. 3 bonds, only 1 hydrogen. Okay. Similarly, carbon, 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 carbon. Leftmost 1 bond, 3 hydrogens. Second, 2 bonds, 2 hydrogen. 3 bonds, 1 hydrogen. 2 bonds, 2 hydrogen. 1 bond, 3 hydrogen. Any confusion here? Let me know, because there will be questions that write bond formula of this one particular compound. This is what you need to write. Don't write carbon and hydrogen. This is just for explanation. Remember, when you draw the bond line formula, you will not be writing CH3, CH2, etc. Don't get confused. That is just for explanation purpose. Now, before I close the class, can you tell me the IUPAC name of this one? IUPAC name of this compound. I'm giving you a hint. Count how many carbons are there. Arminius, you are very close. Lemuel, you are close, but this is, I'm giving you the last hint. This is not a straight chain. This is in cyclic form. There are 5 carbons, but in cyclic form. Arjun, yes, correct. Good. Tell me the name. Pratham, good. Ishwar, this is not the alkyl group. This is alkane. There is no open bond here. This is root main chain, no branches, only root main chain. So if it would have been like this, 5 carbons, if written like this, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3, then it would have been pentane. Okay. And in bond line formula, how will we would have written it? C 5 carbons. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So bond line formula of pentane would have been like this. So this is certainly not pentane. It is in cyclic form. But now there are only 5 carbons. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, your answer is correct. So because 5 carbons, but forming a cycle, we will call it cyclopentane. It is a pentane because there are 5 carbons, but in cyclic form, cyclopentane.